little metal, these little metal dudes that are cable harnesses in the back of the head unit, and then that's where all the cables from the two ammo pods go into the back of that. So then I can almost start painting, because then I got to finish modifying my girls here, because they got they only got one arm, so I got to modify their arms, and then I got to work on the rest of the dio, which I got a lot of work done on last weekend. I worked on it for a couple days, and it looks really, really good. I'm done doing rocks, so I can now work on.
I'm glad you quit rocks.
Dude, they rock though. But then I got to work on other components. I'm going to figure out some shrubbery and some greenery growing into the crooks and the nannies, cracks in the crevasses. I got to do some other environmental elements to to kind of help bring the whole thing together, and then I can start really getting into paint on it.
Cool.
Yeah.
What's up, Andy?
Andy.
Oi.
Oh, there it is. I'm lagging a little bit, so.
Oh, good.
Please forgive me. Hey, Andy.
Just putting together some sanding material here before I start what I'm doing. Come on.
Riveting.
It is, and it's not doing what I want it to do right now. Okay, there we go.
What you up to, Andy? As I wait for the lag. do. I have things to rustle through. Oh boy, oh boy.
Alrighty.
You were concerned about noise.
Noise.
Let's see. How in the what? Here we go.
I am playing that Mad Max video game.
Oh, nice. I know that game.
I'm not familiar, but I do love some Mad Max. Okay, I got some sandy materials. Get my file out. Some rounded stuff, and put a new blade on my thingamabobber.
Maybe I'm trying to do too much here. Maybe I'm like, Tim says that to me sometimes. Maybe I'm working too hard on this. Maybe I just use this built-in component to these ammo feeders. This little clippy guy here. That's my friend. And I just carve a couple slots into here and just bada bing. And then I can embellish it with some, greebly bits and whatnot. And then all I got to do is fill in this weird, unnecessary monster mouth.
Sometimes it's good to.
That was really weird. Sorry.
Keep it simple, stupid.
I know, right? Got to follow that old KISS philosophy.
So
Stepdad always said that to me back in the day.
What was that? What was I watching the other day? We were talking about paintings, and it's no painting is ever finished. You just finally walk away from it.
Yeah, well, that's true. Also, being a person that paints.
Yeah. I would guess that would probably go for any form of art.
Yeah. Well, I don't know. You can only sculpt reductive sculpt, carving away. You can only do so much before there's
nothing left.
Just it is now. Oh, it looks like a stick figure. It's yes, it is a horse.
You can only
sure
before you got nothing left.
Yeah. All right. So yeah, I think that's a great idea. I'm gonna do that. Hooray. I trying to turn this other light over here so I can see better. I have that Mad Max video game, Andy, and I have yet to play it. Because that's what I do. I just buy video games and I don't play them.
It's like Gundams. I buy them.
Oh no, I build my kits, and then sometimes I take all the other parts and then I make something crazy.
Crazy.
I make a crazy thing. Sorry.
This thing has those weird fucking hands. Damn it.
Oh, it's the fun hands? Actually, they can be good. I've had good experiences and I've had really bad experiences.
Yeah. The 3.0 hands.
Bam.
I guess that's what they're called, 3.0.
Let's get forward a little bit here.
Leg units. I really like the rifle this guy comes with. That
I'm stealing
the big beam rifle. Is it? I don't know if it's the exact same as the. I think the rifle is the same, but then it comes with the bazooka from the regular Sinanju. If I understand correctly.
No, the rifle. Wait. Oh, you mean the rifle is the same as the regular?
Yeah, the rifle is the same as the Stein, but the beam. The bazooka is different, I believe.
The bazooka is different.
I think the bazooka is from the regular Sinanju.
I'm be detailing up inside here, boys and girls, tonight. This up here is the brain of the operation. If I can make some sort of like weird, there we go. That's okay. I see that. Yeah, so you can guys. Oh, come on, focus for the love. There we go. Oh, come on, you jerk. It loves me. It does. It loves that skull in the background. It's like, that's a face. I'm going to focus on that.
Yeah, jerk.
Yeah, Jake. All right. Now it loves the back. All right, so let's go a little bit farther away. Can I get a better focal range? And then that's what it's going to do. It still doesn't want to focus. All right, well, anyway. I'm going to be detailing in here, guys. At least my little clay carver here. So I'm going to be detailing in here, up in the brains. This is like the mechanics under the head unit. Getting nothing out of it. It loves me. It really does.
Nothing.
There we go. I just had to go really close. So yeah, this is like some of the brains here. These are the Bandai Star Wars kit components. Cut up and bashed together and like mixed around a little bit with some extra greebly bits. And then up in here, I'm dealing with some hoses, which kind of look a little bit like, it won't focus on it, but it looks a little bit like brains. Or like, it kind of looks a little bit like intestine too. But anyways, it looks organic. And I want to give it like kind of an organic, biomechanical sort of, whoa, all right, camera's going crazy.
The Star Wars kits have some great detailed pieces, man.
Yeah, they do, especially for like pulling in some really, really fine detail into like a larger scale. So this whole build is like a 1:20 scale. Mm-hmm. So that is paramount for me to add that smaller level of detail in there. It gets it more realistic. You can't just have it be all like, you know, softened by the 100 scale.
Soft.
In a way, visually. So.
Soft and spoiled. This thing doesn't come with a pilot figure. How about that?
What?
How about that?
I'm trying to. Let me go take a look at this.
No pilot figure for the The Stein narrative version. I'm sure it's probably got a one of them stuck in here. One of the runners an extra somewhere.
No, it looks like the bazooka is the same as the other bazooka, but the gun is different.
Okay, I had that backwards.
And the gun, well, sort of. The gun is similar, but it looks like it's just built to combine with the bazooka.
Yeah,
the way that the Sazabi's rifle combines with that bazooka from the Steiner Ka. That's how I have my Saz set up right now. Is with the super
Sinanju, the OVA version, has the same concept. Like you can throw the bazooka on the bottom of the its rifle.
Right. Cool. So then, yes, that would be some money. What's up, Michael? Welcome back. It's been away for a couple of weeks.
Looks like it's going to be a fun kid to do.
Definitely. Oh, hey, this is what? This is episode 46.
Ooh, getting there to the big 5-0.
Yeah, can you believe we've done 46 of these? Not every week, obviously, but we've been doing this for a while now.
It's been a bit, yeah. Damn, doesn't seem like it.
Has it been a couple of years?
It's
getting there.
It is, yeah.
We're creeping.
I think so, because I think 2 years ago. I think 2 years ago when I went through that hurricane, I think we had already started doing this. Oh
yeah, you were out for a minute too.
Yeah, and then when I came back, you were kind of busy with GWC at that point. So we took a couple months where we didn't do much.
Well, GBWC was, for me, it was just last year.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah. I need something to fill. Maybe I am barking up the wrong tree for hearts.
Freak out the champagne. That's right.
AKA extra thin. Oh yeah, we're gonna do shots of extra thin. Wait, what?
Little glue sniffing.
No. I'm for against that.
I'm for against that.
I always try to do this. That's the problem with with gazing into. I was gonna say gazing or staring. So I just fucked it all up. It's horrible. With gazing into the parts bins is parts bins start to gaze back at you, and you're like, and I remembered, look, I have these things. I made these things for something. Actually, it was for this for a while ago.
Modeling Nietzsche there.
Exactly.
This is the Michael. This is the Sinanju Stein narrative version.
Oh, right. Yeah, these. Remember, I made these little detail dudes, a little hinged detail components made out of my own custom resin components, and then some styrene made into these nice hinges. I spent so much time on them to be like, yeah, nope, those aren't working. Those for the Kotobukiya build for Zax. What am I going to do with them? Can I do something with this?
Yes, Michael, this is the master grade. I literally just got the kit in yesterday. And I don't know why, it just jumped to the front of the log. It just felt like building it right away.
It was like, get fucked, and then jumped to the front of the log.
I just had an idea in my head, so...
Do it. Strike while the iron is hot.
That's right.
I shouldn't even... See, that's the problem. I shouldn't even have pulled these out. I'm just distracting myself. What am I doing?
This is my first build of any Sinanju.
Ooh. But you have many Sinanjus, don't you?
I have the Sinanju OVA, and I have this Stein and the other Stein.
Okay. Well, that's not too bad.
Yeah, I never bought the Furcaw because it's the same as the OVA version for the most part.
Yeah, waste is slightly different, right?
Yeah, it's not engineered differently. It's just made out of
Different material.
Yeah, it's not made out of ABS. It's made out of polystyrene.
Mm-hmm.
It's huge. Yeah, I was showing Brian. I didn't want to open all the bags in front of you guys, and you could hear crinkling forever. So I just opened everything up, and it was a lot of plastic. I do understand that quite a bit of it is leftover. So I won't be building all of it, but still, looks like a big boy.
Let's see if I can get some more height out of this. There you go. So that I can be in here too. With my gigantic fucking
With your big bug.
I'm in here too. I'm working, guys. I swear. Do I just want to plug fucking bogus?
With your big robo bug.
Everything I've done on this has been mostly just like, well, I did some detail in there, but I've got a good like. I want to add a bunch of detail out there. That doesn't even make any sense. Here it is, boys and girls, dilemma time. It doesn't make any sense. So I'm not going to add any detail. I'm just going to plug it.
Plug it.
Not exactly the most exciting thing in the world, but hey, there you go. Welcome to reality.
Hey. So what is you guys working on out there in YouTube land?
TV land.
Interwebs.
Got chop off. Oh shit.
Started snapping up the A to Z Gundam. Is that the Amazon exclusive one from Japan? Do I have that right? How great? I think I got that right. And sanding primed resin, filling bad scribe lines for Jeff. Yeah. At least it's fixable.
Oh yeah. Super glue.
And just opened a GO4, I think. Assuming GPO4?
Yes. Yeah, you got the 04 and the 05 recently, I believe, because I happen to be acquainted with Mr. Michael through various social means. Oh, nice. Light curing putty. That stuff's pretty quick, isn't it, Jeff? I haven't used it, but I heard good things.
All right. There we go. Told Brian before I started, I'm not really a fan of this brown colored inner frame. Doesn't do it for me. It will not be staying brown.
Paul, give in to your brown desires. Brown it up, man. Brown is where it is. Come take it to Brown Town.
Take it to Brown Town. I think I am not going to do any. Well, I don't want to say any. That's not the correct. But I'm not going to do them in metallic either. I want to do like a flat inner frame, just with a couple of metallic details.
Very nice. I like this.
Just more of like a gray with a couple of kicks of metallic here and there.
I've always been a fan of the. Oh hell! I didn't want to do that. I've always been a fan of the painted inner frame, like the colored painted color interframe. Interframe. Use my words. I did that with my Gira Dogfighter, and I liked it. It was like a white and like gray frame.
Oh yeah, I do remember that because it has the Gyaradoga has some of those cool like cage features in the frame.
Yeah, exactly. And which is like fun detail, and then like lots of little feeder lines that I did in like a copper metallic, So like
yeah, that's kind of like I want to do like some gray shades of the inner frame and then pick out a few metallic details.
Oh, son of a bitch!
Rather than doing a full metallic inner frame like I did with the Jesta and the camper.
The camper. I don't know that one. I don't think this is gonna work, my dudes.
UPS is trash.
Well, yeah, that'll happen.
That'll do. What can Brown do for you? Nothing.
Who's that Brown? All right, so I super glued the shit out of my thumb by accident because this high flow zap is crazy. So here you go. You can maybe see that. I have like delay. I'm now watching the YouTube as opposed to watching the actual stream. So here you go. See how? Look at that. Isn't that beauty? Here's how I take care of this when I accidentally super glue my shit, because it happens quite a bit. I go to the old sanding stick. I find myself a nice coarse sanding stick
and exfoliate.
This one's pretty good. This is like I don't know. It's kind of beat up, but it was once like an 80 grit. I'm just gonna sand my thumb real quick here. Ta-da! Fresh as a daisy. Thumbs up.
Oh my.
I also have really thick skin on my hands, dude, so that's one thing.
Don't try this at home.
Blow all the
maybe start off with like some 800 grit,
Yeah, maybe. I don't know. This is pretty good. This is I don't know. This is one of my faves right now. I have like a round of sticks that I'm like slowly working through. So I've been like, these are the boys right now, and they're all different grits of varying like worn in on opposite sides. They're all even different. These are some out of the original, like way back when I was talking about sanding 600 bazillion years ago, and I was like, get these really cheap ones on Amazon. Well, yeah, they don't always work really well unless you break them in. So these are ones that I've been breaking in, and they're actually getting to be quite nice. As you can see, they are effed up and just full of stuff, but that's what it takes to get these things to that point. So, I did the crime. I gotta pay for it. So I'm working them in. They're working out really well, but I have 100 Thousands of them. So many sticks. Can I get them now?
Sticks.
Gotta get those sticks. Gotta go fast, dudes. Gotta go fast. The shtick. The shtick is strong with this collection. And then, of course, we have the Uber shtick.
Uber stick.
Oba shtick.
Uber goober stick.
Huh? You like?
You like?
For when you need to sand down a 3-inch by 5-inch flat.
It's like a car.
Yeah, no, it's some 600 grit tack glued to a foam coal, baby. Slice and
when you have to sand down your boat.
Or when you want to make your own sanding sticks that don't last very long. That's ultimately what it's about. Oh man, my thumb feels great. Maybe I need to go to the spa. You know?
Spa.
They would take one look at my fingers and all of the horror that exists within and be like, oh my goodness.
My word, man.
They'll take your money. Go elsewhere. I go, sorry. We don't want your hands here. It's all right. I wouldn't do that to anybody, though. That's torture. When I got my wedding ring tattooed on, the tattooist said that it was like tattooing in a minefield because of the scars. So, when he was tattooing the ring onto my finger, and then the date was the worst. 10-10-10. There it is, baby. Yeah, that was the worst because he was like trying to make it connect through all the scar tissue. He did a good job.
Tattooing a baseball glove.
With stitches and everything. Speaking of baseball, you watching any, Paul?
I keep up on scores and stuff. Games are hard.
Florida was doing okay a little bit earlier. I don't think they're doing too hot now.
What did you say, Florida?
Yeah.
I do not. The Marlins can die.
Sweet. What do you follow, the Yanks or you follow the Mets?
The Yankees.
Nice. So we're doing good. They're playing not tonight. They got a doubleheader tomorrow from the rain delay. So.
Yep.
I've been watching them because Colleen was a fan.
Yeah, I grew up a Yankee fan.
Of course. I'm sorry I didn't put that together right away. I didn't mean to offend you if I did.
That's I am not too much of a fan of, mixed with Florida sports. Most of it is like more recently as I've been an adult because it's just easier to watch.
Mm-hmm.
But
yep, you kind of root for the home team even if you're not the hugest fan.
Yeah, except with the exception of the Marlins. Like I think rotten hell.
Is there a particular reason why you so vehemently don't like the Marlins?
Oh, well, here in South Florida, they are not liked very much. They took a lot of money to build their stadium, a lot of like public funds. The city of Miami got really screwed on it. I mean, it's their own fault, but nonetheless. So, and they've tanked many times. Doesn't seem like they particularly care much about their fan base. So. They can kick rocks.
There you go. They can kick rocks.
Pound sand.
What a nice way to say that.
Yeah.
Isn't that nice? Isn't that how they goes? Or what did I say? Ain't that nice? Isn't that supposed to be?
Lovely. And I'm not a Knicks fan. I like the Miami Heat. So I don't know why, but it's just the way it is.
I don't watch basketball.
Understandable.
Never have. Probably partly because I am from a flyover state. It's not ingrained in me. Even though basketball is big out there, I kind of watched some college stuff back in the day. But
Yeah, I was gonna say college basketball is big in the Midwest, but
Middle West, yes,
Middle,
yeah,
Mideast.
out in the plains. It's weird because, like, yeah, the
Indiana,
Midwest.
man.
The Midwest is like everything from essentially the edge of Pennsylvania, so like Ohio, to all the way over to Colorado.
Yeah.
And that is the entire center of the country, which is a
Yeah, I never
ridiculous,
understood why
like,
they called it the Midwest. Like,
yeah, yeah. I
why
don't
isn't
really.
it the Mideast?
Well, because that's another place. Great, that'll work. Back to the chopper. But yeah, I never thought of it like that. I always think of it like I grew up in the plains because I grew up it's fairly flat, like rolling hills, brooks, and like little streams and stuff like that, but not really like, you know, major rivers, except for the two major rivers. The Mississippi, you may have heard of it.
Oh yeah.
And then there's another river on the other side called the Missouri River. You may have heard of that one as well.
The Mizzou.
Yeah. It's kind of like how they define the edges of the state.
What's up, Alex?
Doof up in the hoof. Man saving kids. Superhero.
Yeah, I have to go back and read that story because I caught like the end of it.
Oh,
didn't
did you
really
just,
understand? Like, yeah, I didn't. I
catch the resolution?
Yes, and I was like, what? I didn't catch the whole beginning of it. I can't remember what I was doing when you guys were talking about it.
Yeah, I think I first heard about it. Can't remember which one where I heard about it first. So many groups, but yes.
Just saving South Korea.
You know, not all heroes wear capes, man.
Mm-mm.
Some heroes are just responsible adults.
Some of them wear Zacco Aurelius t-shirts and black frame glasses, you know?
Yo. Hell yeah, dude. That's dope. I told so many of my friends that story. And all of it. I'm like keeping everybody up to date. And like my coworkers and shit. It's kind of funny. But cool at the same time because like nothing but mad respect. You know? Like it's amazing and awesome.
F1.
F1 Racer?
Yep.
Oh, Super Nintendo.
And Crocs.
Oh, right, Crocs. Right.
Gotta have Crocs.
No, man, I've heard that they're comfortable. I'm not about to wear them, though.
My son has a pair. I've never worn them. I can't comment. I have no comment.
Sounds like you just made a comment.
He tells me they're comfortable.
I just realized I said F1 for Super Nintendo and I meant F-Zero.
Ah.
Not the same.
Nope. Oh, son of a bitch. I see what you're doing here.
Super glue, you dry so fast.
I see what you're doing here.
It's a model kit, Paul. There's instructions. You ought to be able to see what it's doing.
So they, I told you, like, it's got multiple of the same runners in different colors.
Yes.
So you got to read carefully. F1 14 dark blue.
Oh, I see.
So both that. Both out of the blue
So
runner.
you could like accidentally out of the blue. You could just like accidentally build the
Yeah, just
regular
like a
Sonara
very-
juice stein.
I wonder if it's got all the parts for the body at least. They're hella comfy. I'll take your word for it, bud. I believe you. I'm just comfortable in flip flops, man.
There you go. It's like Crocs Light.
Yeah.
I'm either like full like sock halfway up the calf and laced up sneaker, or no shoe at all.
I like the minute I get home, my shoes are off. I never wear shoes or socks around the house.
Well, you
Florida.
you shouldn't also. It's your house.
My house.
Your shoes go outside.
All about the flip flops too. Yeah. Like my wife, I think she owns like 2 pairs of shoes. Everything else is flip flops. Because she was born and raised here in Florida.
Oh. So she was like, "Wait, there's shoes that cover your whole foot?
What do you do with those?
Nani?" Serious extreme problems in Paul's early relationship.
They first time I took her to New York, it was in November, and it wasn't like it's not freezing cold, but it was especially for someone from Florida, that's quite cold time of the year. And I told her about it like the night before we were leaving. It was a surprise for her birthday.
Oh shit!
And she's packing, and she's like, but she's throwing in shorts and flip flops, and I'm like, none of those are gonna work. Don't even. What are you doing? Put that all back.
She's like, "Wait, you gave me torture for my birthday?"
Yeah. She's like, what do you mean? I'm like, well, I know it's 80 degrees here, but she couldn't really comprehend how cold it was going to be.
That is a little bit startling.
Yeah. Well, and like, for you to say it's 50 degrees here, it's different in the city.
Oh yeah.
Here, it's like pretty much, it's more than likely it's still going to be sunny.
Mm-hmm.
So you're still, and it's like it's only 50 at night here. It's rarely ever going to be 50 during the day. So when you tell Floridian, hey, it's 50, they think like you mean 50 at night.
I mean, like,
that's
the
highest.
high temperature. Yeah.
And when the wind comes through the buildings.
Oh yeah, Oh yeah. Have you ever? Have you heard of wind chill?
I know here you only have to worry about that if you go to the beach, but
wind chill? I know what wind is, but not saying like that's how Sully talks or anything. But like,
no, I know what you're saying.
But yeah, just someone being that confused about the whole situation, so foreign to it all. Like, I grew up where it's cold, like 8 months out of the year. Or it seems that way sometimes.
It's to say, like, people come visit here and you try to tell them, like, oh, it's hot. And they're like, yeah, it's just as hot in, Ohio. No.
Oh, it's different.
It's you're going to die in the sun.
Yeah, you got to think about the angle. You have to think about the angle of the sun, You can't just think like, ooh, temperature-wise, but like you feel like UV rays, solar bombardment, y'all. Get wrecked.
Get wrecked.
I know, because I have gotten wrecked.
Very wrecked.
Very wrecked. When I went down to, because, hey, I'm no slouch for the sun. I grew up in the sun, and I moved out here to the Midwest, and I went to the Caribbean several times.
And
And
you
then
go to the Caribbean basically every year.
Yeah, every year for like almost a couple weeks. And And then when we went to Barbados for the first time, and that is really far south. That is like down by the equator. And went out on a catamaran for several hours. I got roasted. Oh man, I couldn't even sleep. I was having like panic dreams and shit. It was fucked up. So yeah, don't do that. Well, so this is not really good advice, but no, I mean the following years I got like one of those like Speedo white full sleeved like
Crash
water shirts, essentially.
Yeah, crash
Just like-
guard. They cover you from the sun.
Yeah, exactly. Just like covered my whole upper body. It was legit, you know. And yeah, it was much better.
Yeah, winters here are like another planet from Florida for Andy. Yes, I can't comprehend your winter, Andy.
Oh, dude.
I don't know how to compute negative degrees because why should I owe anyone degrees?
Well, Andy gets a lot of snow because of the lake effect that happens in upstate New York. So off the Great Lakes, it gets so much snow. It's really quite amazing.
Edward says it's a chilly now at 82 degrees Fahrenheit. Where are you from, Edward?
Florida summers.
Everything is dead for 8 months out of the year. Builds character.
Yeah, it does. It certainly does.
Take your word for it.
Yeah, you get used to it. I don't know. I like winter. I also like walking places. I don't know. The snowiest metro area in the U.S., says Mr. Backstep Andy.
Believable.
The blizzard of '93. No, not out there.
That was actually that was the following year I left New York. So I left in '94, and I think that blizzard had a lot to do with it.
Fuck this, I'm out of here.
And my dad was like, "No more. I give up. Never shoveling snow again."
Oh man, I love shoveling snow.
West
How
Palm.
weird is that, right?
Edward, I live in West Palm. That's crazy. Well, not West Palm. I live in Boynton Beach.
Hell yeah, the blizzard of '93. That's all right, Michael. We don't hold it against you, man. A lot of us are a little bit older. Some of us, like myself, are much older. All right. Oh, I need one of my special marker pencils.
Green Acres. That's cool, man. I actually work for Palm Springs, so the next city to the east from you, where you live. That's pretty cool. Small world.
Yeah. Yeah, I just saw on, speaking of small world, I just saw on Twitter earlier today, Tom Asnable said that he went to watch a screening of F91 at Nighthawk, which is in frickin' Williamsburg. And I was like, what? And this was like 2 days ago that this happened, or a day ago that this happened. And I was like, what? How did I miss this? I didn't know. I work like a handful of blocks away from there. I was just like, what the fuck? How did I miss this whole thing? Hello, Thumb. Where are you not on the pulse? Come on. And was very disappointed for a few minutes. I got over it.
Why?
Why? It's because I work too much.
Mm. Oh, cool, Edward. That's cool, man. I didn't know anyone lived close to me.
thought he was alone.
Crazy.
I thought he was so alone.
Yeah, there's not a whole lot of gunpla around here.
There's just no stores in all of USA that sell Gundam stores. Anywhere in any of Florida, is there any Gundam USA stores that sell Gundams in the USA from a store? Or potentially named such a thing?
I'm not familiar with one. Yeah.
Son of a bitch. Where's Adam when you need him? Adam.
Yeah, I have to make it up there one day.
Yeah, me too. You know what? Someday, now that my father-in-law has a residence in that area.
Yeah. That's like 15 minutes south of me.
Yeah,
Maybe
right
a little
there.
less. Actually, we were in that city last night. We had dinner in Delray.
Very nice.
It's different here than like New York. Like it's like 10 miles away, so it means it's like 10 minutes away.
Yeah, no, I understand. I grew up in a place that was like that.
In New York, 10 miles away is like 3 hours.
It can be, absolutely. That's why I often walk or skate, being a skateboarder by nature. Yeah, I just travel that way. It makes it quicker. But yeah, no, man, in Iowa, dude, you like going from the airport to my parents' house is like, what is it, like 70 minutes? But that's like 70 minutes going like 75 miles an hour in a line on the highway. This is like
next to the arcade go-kart place. Oh, Fun Depot. Sorry.
Google Canadian snow fridge. Oh, what the heck? Y'all New York, New Jersey lads busting it down. I'm going to do this. I'm totally going to Google Canadian snow fridge. This seems like something that I would do. If it is what I think it is. Canadian snow fridge. Oh, goodness. I have not, and that is amazing. Paul, have you seen this?
No. What are they?
Hold on. I'm going to I'm going to like screen share if I can. Let's see if it'll let me. Do it. Hold up. Go this way. This is dumb. Hang on a second.
PA is the boring one of the tri-state. You know it's boring because only people outside of New York call it the tri-state.
Sure. All right, can you all see that?
I still got you. Let me see.
There it is. Yeah, you gotta go to that.
Oh,
that's Canadian snow fridge.
It looks awesome and horrible.
Dude, that is so awesome. I like this little like individualized one. No, I mean it makes a lot of sense. This one's really classy. This one's classed up. That's intense. That's obviously a tourist thing. This guy loving life. Lots of fun. Yeah, I mean this is just like no brainer. Like I've done this before. Bach. Get out of here. Yeah, this is kind of creative. This looks like some sort of monster. I like this. I like this a lot. All right, fun. Congratulations. I learned how to screen share real quick.
Got that one down.
Bam. And now we're back to normal. Congratulations. I'm slowly learning how to use this program. Live. Yeah, come today. Chisels.
Oh,
What happened?
I just dropped a piece.
Oh, well. Sucks to be you.
Nothing big. Just a small piece to sand.
Pun intended.
Small.
Nothing big.
I've got a 5-day weekend. Awesome, Alex. I got a 4-day this one. I had to take some vacation time.
Damn.
I was required.
Yikes.
Burn 2 days worth of time before October 1st. So 4-day weekend.
Cool. I have the majority of next week off.
Sweet.
We've got some friends in town. We're going to be entertaining. It's going to be a good time.
Yeah, I got next Monday and Tuesday off.
Nice. That's a good way to do a long weekend. Because you also have a short week then. You know, you're not dealing with like, you know, it's not like a Friday, Monday thing.
Alex, yes, I am required to take a certain amount of time off a year. And I have not hit that minimum mark. It's like, I don't know, 88 hours a year that you have to take off. Something like that.
I like his confusion. Shock. Huh?
What?
Would you take off time for me if I came out to New York? Says Alex.
Holy hell, that's a lot of time off. Andy, we have a bank of hours. I have like 300 hours of PLT saved up, but you still have to use like a minimum amount every year.
Right.
And you can sell some of it back at the end of the year too, but I never do.
Yeah, I'm sitting on like 70 right now, and I already took off like 3 weeks. So
Just tell them to pay me more. I can, Alex. Even if you sell it, you still have to use a certain amount.
yeah, it's like because you're part of the state, aren't you?
Like a local municipality, but
There you
all
go,
those
yeah.
rules were negotiated through like the union thing.
Oh, well, hell, that's not bad.
Yeah, I'm not allowed to be a part of the union, but it affects like the rules apply to everyone.
It's just to assure that you don't work too much, man. That's
Yeah.
You know, they're like trying to stop people from overworking, and I think that's great. Andy, does your PTO roll over if you don't take all of it? No, Jeff says no. Use it or lose it. Yeah, no, mine rolls.
Yeah,
They used to have to pay me out, or I used to get them to pay me out, or have them pay me out. But I remember one year, one guy at the end of the year had worked so much because of one specifically difficult and long running job that he ended out the year with like 190 extra hours. And just like, I think some of it was just like dissolved because it was just like an egregious amount of overtime that the person had clocked in. And then a bunch of it was paid out, and then some of it was just rolled. That's ridiculous. Fuck work, says Edward.
That's a good point.
Yeah, true that. Yeah, exactly. Take your time, no doubt. Your music teacher from high school is still teaching. That's insane. Unless that was a very young music teacher. Oh, dude, Edward, I feel you. I used to regularly pull like 12 to 16-hour days when I was in my early 20s. Yeah, regularly. All labor or driving. Fuck that, dude. Ooh, Chris working for Google, but now.
Apple, I think, right?
Oh, right, Apple. Schmapple.
Schmapple.
So, let's talk about your labor practices in China. I joke, I kid. That's not this kind of show.
I get like so many hours per week. Like every week, I get something like 4 hours of PLT.
Yeah, call gets
However
the
that,
same. Yeah.
however that equates out to the end of the year, I don't even remember. But
Right.
and then the longer you've been there, it goes up more and more. Like if you've been there like 15 years or 20 years or something like that, you get like 6 hours a week or something.
Oh wow. I mean, it makes sense as you know, as you progress in the company, you gain more. Orange, apple, orange, grape. Nice, Chris. He just works for a company, he makes a paycheck, and he builds awesome little models. So that's all that matters. I'll be back in a second to go make a drink.
Yeah, yep.
Damn, decade at Schmapple.
Wow.
That's Scrapple. That's insane.
iPhone lineup. Saw that today, but I didn't get a chance to really look at it. The camera hold situation looks a little strange, but yeah, the 3K. I mean, it looked. I don't really care what it ends up looking like. If it works good, that's fine. But it does. When I first saw it, it was a double take. And then
I didn't even have to talk shit about it.
wise guy. Eh. All right. This torso's got a lot of parts, man.
Mm-hmm. Yes, it does.
G15. Where my G's at?
Bingo.
Boy.
Wasn't starting to fight.
Like
I wasn't
this
trying to start a
out.
fight, guys.
Huh?
So I wasn't trying to start a fight, guys.
Oh, anytime you bring up Apple.
Tim Apple?
Yep. Schmapple.
Tim Schmapple?
Schmapple.
Tim Schmapple. How do you like them apples?
Schmapples.
How do you like them schmapples? Let's see. It's far too effing not gonna work. I think I gotta go into the bag of little thrill bits, my friends. I think this is the guy right here. This guy. You are my number one guy. Jack Palance. So weird. It's also too wide. Good thing I have many. That'll work. Got the new mini. Is this a mini phone you're talking about? Is it like a Zoolander thing where it's the size of your thumbnail? You have to take this phone. Hello?
They're talking about like the iPads or something.
Gotcha. I don't own any of those.
God damn it, I did it again.
What'd you do, Paul?
Wrong color.
Wrong rudder?
Wrong color. These fuckers.
Man.
Wait a minute. How can that be the wrong one?
All right. Customize it.
Box now. What is? There's no version of that runner in that color. What the hell are they talking about?
Uh-oh.
What kind of shit you trying to pull here?
Uh-oh.
What? Oh, yes, there is. Damn it.
Uh-oh.
I'm wrong.
Well, I mean, at least you're able to admit it.
I is.
And knowing is half the battle. G.I. Joe.
I feel like I'm going to do that quite a bit on this model. So just get used to it.
Hey, at least you're doing it before I did it, so maybe now I won't do it when I build mine.
When you do it, pay attention to color.
I'll pay attention to the instructions.
Instructions.
Taken for granted. Paul, you're taking it for granted.
Granite.
Don't take it for granted. If I told you once, I told you 1,000 times. Don't take it for granted.
Take it Granite.
Oh, buddy. Oh, the clip-ins. My dudes. Oh, there. I made the little slots. Here, blink. Ta-da. Looks like little cartoon alien eyes. Ah! Oh. Oh, that's so nice. The clip, it's so solid. I can take it apart, and I love it. I'm so happy with how it turned out.
Love it when a plan comes together.
What is this kind of like some sort of weird sperm?
Why do I feel like this is not the right piece? Like,
I feel like I'm watching Look Who's Talking. Sorry. That was a joke that maybe Jeff will get. I'm old.
Copy those. Whatever.
That's old. Hey, Edward got it great. Hey, George. Welcome, George. Hey, Alex. I see that you're knee deep in the eye ecosystems. When are you going to be knee deep in setting up that modeling room, homie?
Oh, bud.
That's all I'm saying.
Hey, guy.
I was like, there was once a time when we would watch Alex hang out and work on stuff and BS, and then occasionally he would retire to the kitchen and cook up some spam ramen or some deliciousness. Now we just get Alex in Tokyo. I'm beginning to think Alex moved to Tokyo and he didn't tell us all.
Could have happened.
Wishes to get that hashtag to trend. Alex, oh, yesterday he says. Well, shit. Damn it. Now I can't run
it. And Pixar didn't happen.
I guess I could just but I trust Alex. Maybe it's my foolish nature.
Put up the window panel for my exhaust fan. Cool, man.
Nice. Hey, that's cool, man. Excellent. I'm glad you're getting a chance to get back into it. I have been chiding you friendly for a while, so.
We need a video. We need an Alex video. I haven't finished it. Me neither, Alex.
What was it? The Penelope? Was the Penelope the last one?
Did you ever finish the sniper, Alex? The
one for the cannon fodder? Is it the one with the scribing or the scribing one you're talking about?
Yeah, the sniper custom or something. I can't remember which sniper it's called.
Yeah, he was doing some scribing on it and paneling and stuff. Well, obviously the last week is a little bit different, but awesome. Awesome. Similar fit on both units. Hooray. If I put like 40 of these on the back of this, it'd be like one of those, some like 15 lenses on the front. It'd be one of those things from the Matrix.
The things in the tunnels.
Yes.
Tunnel guys.
That's what we'll call them. That's your new name. But my name was Carl.
Tunnel
Your
guy.
name is Tunnel Guy. I like Carl.
Carl.
All right, I bet that's cured. It is, right? And this also. Hooray again. I bought so many like painting supplies and stuff, and now I don't know where to store 'em. I have to like reorganize everything in here.
Need
soon.
more drawers.
I need to do a couple. I've got some glass shelves at the shop, and I think I'm going to rebuild my shelf that's over here in front of the window, and then drop my air compressor to the floor, basically on that shelf, really low, as opposed to being like up in the air and in the middle of everything. And that'll keep it more protected, which I'm interested in. And then kind of like organize the flow, because what I'm using right now just doesn't make a lot of sense. So get that kind of straightened out, and then pull these other set of drawers over here next to my computer, and then that will open things up a little bit more for storage. I've got some things that are bulk storage in areas that shouldn't be. So, and I also have a fucking ton of kits.
That takes up a whole closet of mine, literally.
Well, I have a storage unit, but not just for kits. I have a lot of art as well.
It is literally a whole closet.
I know, it's magnificent.
It depends who you ask.
Well, we're not talking to your wife. We're talking to me.
She doesn't really care, honestly.
Oh.
It's like, yeah, it stays in the closet. It's not my problem.
Ah, that's how it is. So why? Who has seen the magnificent closet and been like, wow.
Me.
You?
I'm like, what am I doing? Build some of it, guy.
Well, there's that too.
Actually, I built quite a bit more this year. Like, just built a lot more this year than I did last year, let's see.
Yeah, no year was as vigorous, we'll say, as the first year for me.
For just building.
Yeah, just building and customizing and everything. I think in that first year, I built like 40 kits, and I customized 9 of them.
Donovan's closet is huge. Yes, Donovan.
Donovan has got a house full of kits. He's like Jeff Jr.
Yeah, Jeff has got a whole basement.
Jeff is I'm beginning to think that Jeff has an estate just full of kids. Watch, there'll be like a horde of like zombie Canadian gunpla nerds outside Jeff's place. They'll track him down, geolocate him with their nerd abilities, and if there's zombie fever, they'll siege. Obviously, I'm joking.
I hope.
Yeah. Let's be realistic here. Wow, this music just turned into nothing.
He buys a house for his gunpla. Honestly, this time around when I shipped everything from HLJ, I had a hard time putting kits in my basket. And I was like, I don't really want anything. I bought this guy and a Jinx. And that was the only thing I got for kits. I just felt guilty about only keeping my Master Archive book with nothing else. So
I mean, that's okay. It's okay to get just a book, in my opinion.
Yeah, it's just that it doesn't pay for shipping. Like, if that makes sense. I mean, I guess it doesn't pay to add things to ship either, but I think you get my point.
But if you're already paying for that shipping, it makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
To throw some other stuff in the cart. I completely agree with that.
Yeah.
Because you know you're not going to pay it twice. I mean, or you shouldn't have to.
No.
Okay, I think I need to shape this down with some filing. Ooh. So I mentioned this to Alex the other day, but I didn't mention it much to anybody else, other than obviously my wife and the guys that I work with. But I hit my head the other day pretty hard. Kind of gave myself a little bit of at least a mild concussion. I'm familiar with concussions, but my head still hurts, and it's a little bit concerning. But it's just because of probably where I hit it.
Yeah, that'll probably hurt for a couple of days.
It's been like a week, so just been on my mind. Probably like bruised my skull or something. That wouldn't surprise me, and it probably also wouldn't be the first time. So I don't feel like really odd otherwise. So I'm not really concerned about it. I feel like there's problems. Give myself a good whack on the brain. Don't do it, guys.
Jumbled some things around up there?
Yeah, a little bit, I think. Don't do it. You can avoid it. I had one year when I was a sponsored skateboarder where I think I got 3 or 4 like full-on concussions the same year. That was a rough year.
Yeah, I've had about 3 in my life, and the last one I ruptured my eardrum with it, and that one wasn't fun. I couldn't hear out of my right ear for like 6 months.
Yeah, long fucking time. Jesus, man. Yeah, my biggest tell was that after I hit my head, I wasn't talkative for days, for many days. I'm a talkative guy, and I wasn't, it was many days where I wasn't.
Don't say that too loud. Colleen's going to be hitting you in the head every couple of weeks now.
Oh, no. She wants to keep me around for the most part, so. Just doing a little bit of light shaping with a little bit of tapered fine. With some smooth. Oh, it is a bastard.
Bastard file?
It's a bastard file. Here, I'll show y'all. It's got this nice, like, if I get the focus on the camera, it's got like a really sharp edge to it. So, and then the back is it's like completely smooth. So it's really good for working on corners or in corners where you only want to file part of what you're applying the tool to. So I still need to make my filing video.
The X-Files. That seems kind of strange. You covered all of that up.
Yeah, the fact that I'm able to model, obviously. But that's second nature. I could probably have a full lobotomy and still be able to build a model kit. Just because it's like part of my being. Or I would be sculpting or doing something like auto, you know. I wouldn't know what I'd be doing, but I'd still be doing something. If that makes any sense. Sounds weird. I'd be like unaware of my modeling, but I'd still be doing it. Just set him in front of a block of clay and watch. Have the most popular YouTube channel, but would know nothing about it. It's like a freak show. Like a freak show from the early 1900s or the late 1800s.
When they were real freaks.
Yeah, when it was just like savants and eclectics, anomalies. Explain possible celiac. Yeah, celiac sucks. Chronic heartburn. Yep. Broken, properly healed left toe. Messed up L4, L3 through 4 vertebrae. Whew. Whew. Damn, Alex. Well, you were in wars. You damn hero. How dare you possess such valor?
Different stuff. Almost wrapping up the torso here.
Nice.
This one's going a little slower than the last guy. I'm actually sanding.
Yeah, it's important, especially on this. The Stein deserves it. Such a beautiful kit.
Yeah, what did I build last? Oh, the real grade Sazabi didn't. A lot of it was undergated, so it was like. Didn't really fuck with it too much.
Okay, Alex. What? What? That's ridiculous, Alex. It says that. There we go. It was a video on a Korean channel pulling the invoice for what it would take to fix Thanos' face with plastic surgery. Oh, goodness.
Ballsack face. I still haven't seen the last one.
Oh, right. I've seen them all bunches and bunches of times. Except for Guardians 2. I haven't seen that once.
Oh, that's all right. It wasn't nearly as good as 1.
Well, I own it on Blu-ray. I just haven't watched it because of waiting for a time to watch it with Colleen. Stipulations and stuff, which is weird, but I don't care. I think I got the gist of it. Kurt Russell.
Oh,
That's the gist.
that's the whole gist.
Yep, pretty much. Pretty much.
No, let's get. I didn't watch Captain Marvel either. Yes, that's.
Oh, I saw that. It's alright. I've seen it a couple of times. But I will watch / listen to anything entertaining.
Yeah, I'm
Or at
not
least
opposed to watching it. I just
it just hasn't come up.
hasn't come up yet. Yeah, I'm not. It's nothing against Captain Marvel. It's just in general Marvel movies. I'm just kind of.
Oh, right. That's
Bored
right.
of.
You're just not that. You're not into that as much. It's okay, Bob. We're all silently judging you.
I appreciate you guys.
You know.
So many. E1. Will I pick the right color runner this time?
Oh yeah, Alex is absolutely right. The Comic Explain channel is great for all that stuff, plus more. Honestly, I really like it because I love comics and that whole like lore mythos and all the stuff behind that shit. So, film comics explained, and I don't know if that's the same one that Alex is talking about, but film comics explained is really good. They talk about more than just like Marvel, DC, BBB, blah blah blah. They talk about everything pretty much. So I've gotten great shit on like Hellraiser, on like The Thing, other stuff like that. Screen Rant is also very good for commentary. Anybody?
Jeff got a commission, he says.
Oh yeah. He had put that B Club kit up for prize, and the dude that won it said, "Hey, I want you, Master Jeff, to rock the Casbah." And Jeff had a hard time hearing this because he always wears that Stormtrooper helmet around, but he got the idea. And sorry, that was a joke because he always shows his face with the Stormtrooper helmet.
Yes.
It's
He's
more
the
of an
neighbor Wilson.
It's more of an inside joke for those of us in the Discord. Yeah, so that's pretty cool.
Very cool, man.
Which I didn't see which one it was, and I'm not looking at the chat right now. What does it say? What does he say? What does Jeff say? Jeff, what do you say? Which one is it, Jeff? Which one is it? All right, now I'm looking. Oh yeah, X-Men's the Shield. Night, Andy. 40K to fix Thanos' crazy ball chin. You gifted your friend the B Club gun cannon. Oh, well, that's
Nice guy.
horrible. And he was like, "Nah, you build it for me, and put it in the shop. That's gonna be sweet."
All right. Chest here is done. That little
Chester?
Sleeves.
Who's Chester?
Chester. The Cheeto guy.
Cheeto guy. Excellent.
Got a little sleeve set up here on the chest. I like it. Probably build the head as well because I'm here.
Might as well.
Night, Andy.
It's going to visit the Dream Master.
Dun, 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 dun. Here, a runner.
I am doing some casual filling with some Squadron white putty.
White.
Yep. For those of y'all interested in what the F I'm doing. It's my general filler. I usually don't let it go for final because it's not super duper strong. I usually top coat it with something more robust, but it's just this little Squadron Products white putty, just a general filler. It's a little bit chalky, but I'm just you can goop it up onto some stuff, fill it in. I did a little bit more. If it will focus, there we go. A little bit more in there. In these crevasses on the two sides here and here, those two sides. Just kind of smoothing that in. I'll go back and I'll sand it out, and it'll be all nice and filled. I don't technically have to fill this stuff in because I'm going to be heavily weathering this model, but I'm doing it for myself because I'm really just that kind of neurotic. Yeah. There you go.
Do it to it.
Yep.
That one too. The H brown parts. Tell me there's going to be one of those little fuckers in here. Of course there is. There's the Vulcans on the head, it's the size of, I don't even know what the hell, the edge of a toothpick, and they put one on each runner. Couldn't have squeezed another one in there, huh? I'm going to lose them amongst the nubs on my desk.
I know the ones you're talking about completely.
Tiny.
I lost a part from the Sazabi. It was part of the. It was one of the missiles from the shield or something, from the very end of the shield. Yeah, something that I can just copy it.
I built the real grade fin funnels, man. Not my favorite thing in the world. Or the funnel bits, whatever the hell they're called.
Mm-hmm.
Not cool. I think they have the same construction as the master grade for the most part, just smaller, which is awesome. Nothing would have made those things more enjoyable than making them even smaller.
Ugh.
Building 6 of anything is not really that fun.
No, I mean, that's why the Jag Doggo was, I was worried about it because of, because of the funnels.
Yeah, they're the same ones from the Sazabi, right?
Yes. And the Sazabis, the ones that when I built the Sazabi, I don't know if it was my modeling skill or what, but I assumed they were made from a similar pattern. The ones on the Jag Doggo went together phenomenally. They work perfectly. They're awesome. and the ones on the sides just like fall apart, and like they're just not good. I mean, I
That's
had the
strange.
resin upgrades for it, so that isn't going to matter in the end. But in the short term, it's just kind of disheartening.
That is strange. Come on.
This one here, which changes the entire weight of the model and makes it want to fall over. It's like, oh, that model kit you got, let's just throw, I don't know how much each one of these ammo pods weighs that are on the back of it, but they are hefty, hefty, hefty.
Hefty, hefty, hefty.
Wimpy, wimpy, wimpy. Sorry, once they get tied in with the cables, we'll shift things around, and then I can make the final placement for the chassis within the rock dio, and there it goes falling over. Knew that was going to happen. All right. Come on, you big bastards.
Choose some fit exactly how I want you to fit, huh? Fit better.
I tell you.
Now the dome.
Is it a dome or is it a Rick dome? Ah.
It's a dome tropin.
Oh. What about a foof?
Foof.
Foof. I barely know her.
Eins, zwei, drei, vier, fünf.
That is how it goes. All right. Well, I wanted to take this off anyways because I needed to put these harnesses in the back. Let's hope they fit because I have to put 12 of them in this tiny little spot. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, and 2, 12.
Oh. Shooting nubs. Nub slinging.
You nub slinger.
Nub tuber.
I should have known. All right, let's see how many of these we can put in here. Said the porn star. Sorry, those are real bad. Those are real bad. I apologize. Hopefully I can get 4 rows of 3 out of this because otherwise I am officially SOL, my dudes and dudettes, if there are any dudettes still watching after that last asshole joke. I think that I'm going to max out at 9. 9!
9!
Can I fit any more? Can I fit any more in the sink? I don't know. Oh, wait a minute. Wait. It's 10. I've got 10. I'm feeling like it's the 50s and we've got a bunch of kids in a phone booth here. Can I get 11? Look at Chewbacca noises in here.
Dome.
Let me see the dome.
Little Cisco there.
That's right. You know it, Cisco for life. All right, so I got 11.
Oh,
And we ain't talking no Stranger Things.
she'll never be the same again.
Wow. And I thought I was making the weird jokes. I think I still am.
Not to be outdone.
You can't outdo me. I'll show you. Doesn't want to fit in there. It doesn't want to make happy. So let's just try to find tiger. Let's try to find a normal pattern. I'll just do
Okay. Where do you work?
I think that's what I'll do. I'll just do 9 in a standard grid. And then 2 just won't connect.
Very cool. Interesting head design.
No, that's 3. 3 are.
Here we go. We got a head and torso.
Yeah. Mine, I felt really like accomplished by mine.
Yeah, I like the head design on the Stein. Very menacing.
Jeff. Okay, so Jeff says someone in the Montreal group was asking, "Hey peeps, who bought the clear kits at the convention? Can I have the leftover runners?" Jeff says, "You do realize that 99% of those clear kits disappear into stashes and never get built."
And Jeff knows because he bought 99% of them.
He bought a bunch of those kits. I think, right? That is so funny. It's funny because it's true. Ultimately, looks like. And the nice thing about this super runny ultra fine super glue is that I can just put a couple of drippity drops here up on the tippity top. Wow. Fail dialogue. There you go. How's those for harnesses, my dudes and dudettes? So I put those in there. They're just these they're these like brass plugs. I've showed them on streams before. They're these like little knurled components, right? Real cool. They're like kind of tapered in on one end. They're threaded over here. They're threaded over there. Yada yada yada. So I just threw a bunch of those in there, and added a few drops of the Zapca super thin, the thin stuff just like flows. That's the same thing I glued the shit out of my thumb with earlier in the stream. But yeah, doing that, I was just able to drop a few on top, and it just like it's like spread like wildfire inside there wonderfully. And yeah, they're all super secure now. So
I heard it sands off your fingers real well.
yeah, you can do that. Just use a good sanding stick and persevere.
Give yourself a little super glue mani-pedi, and
Yeah. It helps if you do it live on stream.
yes. How to?
Exactly. You know, we're just here to help. It's a community. What can I say? I think I might have to change out those posts that I'm using to support the kit off the diorama with metal.
Mm.
I might have to. Salute.
Thank you.
Welcome. Because they are currently styrofoam. What if I packed them with metal? What if I did that? What if I made them with their inner core metal so they didn't bend when I didn't want them to? I like this idea. That's what I'm going to do. To the stashes. Not mustaches.
Cool lugs.
Cool looks, bro.
Cool lugs, bruh.
Do you even lift? Man, these are cool. Got these tiny brass tubes. They're little tiny brass rectangular tubes. I don't think it's going to focus on them.
Tubular.
No, look at that. They're so tiny. Makes the mind play boggle. They are... That's not a good thing to measure with. Yes. Millimeter on it. They're... That's not 60 millimeters. That's not 1 millimeter. That's huge.
Huge.
It's a centimeter. Fuck. 2 mils wide and 4 mils long. It's a 2x4. Amazing. So what is that? That's just 2. So... Where are you? Show yourself.
Show yourself.
To the very least. Okay. And yes, okay, so it's the 1/8 inch tube. I got my 1/8 inch styrene. Pile. Come here, flippers. What's the ID? 1.25 diameter. So let's just use the company's built-in system of sleeving. So I have 222. 222, Noonan. I think that actually 23 is the smallest I have.
Oh,
Go fuck yourself. That's what it's called.
go fuck yourself, San Diego.
That's why. Look, she didn't think you would actually read it. Okay. Who's that dumb? Okay. Who is literally that stupid?
Oopsies.
All right, so we're looking at 0.8. What are you, Sonny Jim? 9.5. Okay. Pull this over here so that I'm riveting in front of the camera instead of riveting off of the camera.
Never rivet off camera.
Rivet. But I have all this metal. I just gotta find the right part. The right one that fits. Too small. Too big. Too small, but I'm gonna set you aside just in case. Guess I could
Enjoy the ride. Enjoy the ride, Alex.
Oh. Sweet.
Cruise.
Yo, cheers, Edward. Thanks for hanging out, man.
Cheers, neighbor. Local bud.
Local bros. Good night.
Go figure.
Should I try to use those? Crud buckets. Buckets of crud abound.
It's a good band.
Abound?
Crud bucket.
Buckets of crud. Man, what was Buckets of Mud? Is that what the name of that band was?
Puddle of Mud.
Puddle of Mud. There you go. I knew it was in there somewhere. Puddle of Mud.
Mm.
Wow. What a time to be alive. Well, I found some sculpture wire that is a similar diameter to the exterior of this tube. So that's what I'm going to use, my friends. I've got this aluminium. I don't know if this is sculpture wire, if this is curtain hanger. No, this is steel, actually, the way this is bending. This is steel. So this is steel. I'm going to guess that this is part of a clothes hanger. That's what this is. Just found its way into my collection of doodads. And it fits really well. Inside this 1/8 inch. Sleeves in there pretty good. Looks like a Hazamine freaking piston. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut a couple of little nubs of this, and I'm going to feed them down inside the support tubes for the model kit so that it adds rigidity to the lower parts. So I'm going to take it apart here. Top comes off. Just gonna take each of the legs out. I can put the hoses on the legs. Keep the shiny side up. Don't forget to keep the dark side down, Mr. Edward.
Dark side down.
Keep the dark side down. Keep the shiny side up. Works well with Asta la Pasta. One of my old faves. Also, Asta en Fuego, which is roughly translates to "I'll see you on fire."
Great for your Hispanic in-laws.
Sure. Well, you know what? Everybody's starting to sign out on the live stream, and you know what? That's pretty convenient because the live stream is just about done.
Yeah, I'm just doing some sanding here, getting some of the dips out of the flat parts of the plastic on the.
I'm just playing
chest, but probably not exciting for everyone to watch anyway.
Super exciting. What are you talking about?
You just sand some flat spots for us.
Just like me digging through a pile of brass rods for 10 minutes.
Brilliant.
Brilliant. But yeah, thanks to everybody for coming through and hanging out this fine evening here.
Yes, thanks for hanging out. Good crowd. Thanks for talking with us.
Got a bit of a loose evening. Things are kind of funky. One of these days, I'm going to start building kits again.
Yep.
That's a thing.
I got to do some decaling on the Jesta. Maybe I'll do that next week.
Yeah. You, hopefully we can sort out what's going down with Anime NYC if you're going to be around for that.
Yeah, I got to check. Like I said, I'm going to talk to my wife tomorrow because I have to put in my time off at work anyway.
Of course.
So let me get the dates down because I know I think I moved them a little bit, but I don't know if I'm still there that kind of same core weekend or not.
Well,
ladies and gents,
thank you all so much once again. You can find me at Bro Builder. You can find him at Gumple Paul. Just about everywhere.
Everywhere worthwhile.
And you can find us again right here on my channel next Wednesday, doing a regular live stream, building more cool stuff. You'll see lots of things have changed because that's just kind of how life goes. Stay cool, as Tim says, keep building stuff. As Joel says, enjoy the hobby for yourself. And I'm sure George says something really inspiring too, but I don't watch enough of George to have a good one. So I got to watch George more. Watch more George. That's what I'm going to say to that. And, we'll talk to you guys later.
Later, guys.